Oh, hell yes, brother. Good evening. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Every Friday live right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Who do we have here in the chat on this romantic evening? Tacos the Casual. Oh, we're talking casual. You're not supposed to be casual on Valentine's Day. It's about love. Hammy of Doom, Moobot, Walter the Conqueror, Hammy, Lewis, 902 Rider, Felak, Attack, Ring-a-ling-a-bing-a-ling-a-ling, Bum Boy, and maybe even a couple more. It's Valentine's Day, so I don't expect everyone to dedicate their entire day to me, because you guys might have Valentines out there, or you might just be depressed, eating chocolates, getting fat, like me. Although I don't eat chocolates. I'm not a big fan of the chocolates. Look at me, though. Brand new glasses. I can see 20/20. Maybe. Probably not. Because when I was taking the test, my right eye is just always blurry. No matter what. Left eye, all good. Not in real life. The left eye, not all good. My left eye, all good. Right eye, pretty fucking blurry. Can't see that well out of it. And I was telling the doctor, I was like, man, fix it so I can see it. And he's like, well, good enough for me. And he just fucking closed up shop. I went out there. Guess how much money these glasses fucking cost me? $375 American dollars. That's insane. You guys are out there talking about insulin and inhalers and bullshit. What about the glasses, people? What about the real issues? The fucking glass, just getting the fucking test done. $75. I think. And it could have been more. If I wanted to get my eyes dilated, extra fucking 30. If I wanted to get them to do a fucking picture of the back of my eyes with all the veins and shit, looks like a stretched out ball sack with a flashlight behind it. I didn't want that shit. Keep that on your docket. I'm not doing that. I don't need all that. The back of my eyes are all good. That's for me to know about and you to not be shining lights on. You creepy fucking doctor. That would have even costed more. Then I go out there, I say, oh, look at these frames. Look at these pieces of plastic with small hinges on them. How much could they possibly cost? Cheapest one, $69 fucking dollars. Most expensive one, $420. Add them up, $694.20. Hitler's birthday? Yeah, we're going there, people. The frogs are turning gay. God damn it. Pissing me off with that shit. Cost me a lot of money. And guess what? Speaking of money, it's Valentine's Day. I'm going to spend probably $200 tonight because we're going to a nice Gordon Ramsay steakhouse. It should be really good. I'm going to get a filet mignon. What am I going to get on the side? I don't know. Maybe some $29 mashed potatoes if I'm feeling crazy. Maybe Lily wanted to try snail, the old Pierre escargot, and I'm down. But I'm not trying to have it raw. And I don't know who told me that it was raw, or maybe I just invented that off the top of my head. But I think raw snails is a thing that people eat somewhere. Like normal, not just crackheads. Like normal people probably out there somewhere just see a snail just snailing along on the ground, reach down. Maybe they eat it with the shell. Maybe not with the shell. The shell probably increases fingernail strength because I feel like the shell of the snail is kind of like the snail's fingernail, except just only one fingernail. And the reason it curves around, I remember back in the day, I had this old book of Guinness World Records, and you look at the world record for the longest fingernails, they start curling around, just like a snail. Coincidence? I think not, people. Infowars.com for more information. Anyways, on Friday, I very much injured my hand. I'm going to get serious with you guys for a minute. I got into an altercation, a scuffle. But Ninja, you should practice peace and not war. Well, if you guys rewind a couple episodes back, couple months back, I was at a bar and 4 guys jumped me. Basically, for no reason. It wasn't for no reason, but it was for a very insignificant reason. And I got jumped by 4 guys. It could have easily been one-on-one, but for some reason, some people out there, they don't like to do one-on-one. They're afraid of that, I suppose. And I got beat up fairly bad. You know, no broken bones, just some cuts on my face. I got a fat cut right here that'll never go away. That got slashed in my fucking arm, but it happened. And in my mind, I was thinking, if I ever see that guy again that started that shit, I'm going to take off on him. And you know what? Friday, Caught that guy by himself, ran up, punched him in the fucking side of the head about twice, only got 2 good licks in, and then boom, my friends push me off of him because they think it's gonna get weird or crazy, or maybe they're afraid of something, maybe the cops or something. I don't know what's going on. They push me off, they sort of like shove me to go outside, we jump in the truck and we leave. It was just like that, really quickly. And I know, first off, I need to grow up, okay? I'm too old to be at the bar having bar beef with some biker club because of, you know, whatever happened in the past. I'm too old for that. I know it's immature. But I'll tell you one thing. This motherfucker had me jumped. So if you think that I'm going to see him and at the bar and just be like, hey, dude, how's it going? Remember fucking back in the day when y'all beat the shit out of me for a very insignificant reason? Remember that? Ha Put her there, partner. Fucking bygones be by. Fuck no. Hell no. I bopped this fucking dude, and it surprised me that my friends broke it up, because not that they need to be in there fucking getting ghetto and jumping this dude. That's not how it should be, right? But it surprised me that in a way they saved this guy. And I thought about it backwards, because the last time it happened, when that guy was fighting me one-on-one, he's fighting me one-on-one, all his homies jumped in. They didn't say, whoa, dude, chill, man, fucking leave him alone. Nah, they jumped in. And I'm not gonna go on this rant about who's your true homie and who's not. That's not what it's about. But some of us just have friends that are just down. That doesn't make them better friends or worse friends. But some friends are just fucking, they're just down. If I would have been with Tex or Ride Dog, they would have had, if they didn't know anything that was happening, all they see is me punch a guy, they wouldn't have had to ask no questions. They're going in and they're gonna deliver 1 or 2 swift punches on the way out. And that doesn't mean that they're cool. That doesn't mean they're better friends. But some people are just about that. And I thought it was strange that I was with 3 dudes, me and 2 dudes and Lily, and it was mainly just, whoa, we need to stop this. And, you know, I appreciate having peaceful friends. But it kind of, like on the ride back, they're like, why would you do that? What's up with you? And I'm like, wait, I fucked up? Are you kidding me? Do you not see that my face a couple fucking months ago? Do you not see that I'm cut on my fucking arm? I'm going home bleeding? What's wrong with me? Are y'all kidding me? Like, I'm the bad guy. I don't understand it. But anyways, that happened. My hand was injured. I got this guy really good, and it injured my hand. I thought my hand was broken, but I don't think it is. This is, 7 days later, I can do all this moving around and shit like that. But it was just an interesting situation, and I've had time to think about it, and there's no judgment on what should have happened or what could have happened or what would have happened. It happened. I did what I had to do. You know, I feel like I wouldn't want to live with myself if I'm going to sit there and just fucking puss out and fucking slunk out and slump down and say, oh, man, there's that guy. Oh, I hope somebody does something. Nah, I can't do it. Not in my nature. But again, I'm not saying this because I'm a tough guy. You know, I only got the guy fucking twice. It wasn't a good stand-up fucking fight or anything. I got this guy from the fucking side. You know, it's not like I was like, hey, dude, put up your dukes. Hell no. I recognized him right away. He looked at me, didn't recognize me. You know, probably because he wasn't really involved in the fight where I got beat up. Like, he just kind of started it and then kind of backed away and let his homies all jump in at once. So maybe he didn't recognize me because he never at any point got a good look at me. But I recognized that fucker and I got him. So I don't know. And everyone's like, man, fucking, why didn't you tell anybody? And I was like, dude, that needs to be said. Does it need to be said? When I see this person, it's on site. It's going down, whatever. I don't know. Speaking of that, though, I also got to quit doing that shit because my cholesterol's been high. I just went to the doctor the other day, got my blood test, cholesterol is high. What's a triglyceride? I don't fucking know, but my shit is through the roof. So what I got to try to do, eat less red meat, eat less trans fat, eat less saturated fat, eat more fish, maybe get on a fish oil kind of thing. And maybe if one of you guys out there has some type of advice for how I can fix my cholesterol, I need to fix it. Because maybe that's why I've been getting so fat, or maybe it's the opposite or whatever. I don't know. Also got the old testosterone checked. I'm at 402. That's pretty low. It ain't the lowest, but it's lower than average for my age, which doesn't make sense because I'm out here fucking punching dudes out of anger. That's like a testosterone kind of thing. Why? How is my shit so low? I don't know. I don't understand it. But you know what they said? If you get fatter, that shit goes down. So I don't know. Hammy of Doom says, I'd rather swallow poison than fish oil. Those burps are worse than death. I know. I used to take it a lot. You can actually get the one. It's funny. You know that shit's fucked up because on the bottle it says, not burps aren't that bad for this batch or whatever. It'll be like, this one doesn't have bad fish burps. So that one's the way to go if you're going to go shopping for the old fish oil. This weekend, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Or, no, last weekend. My friend Replacement was in town. He's a Twitch streamer who I've never met in real life before. Also, Tacos the Casual, who is currently in the chat room right now. If you guys like Mario gameplay, where's the gameplay? Goddammit, here it is. If you guys like Mario gameplay, then you guys should check out their channels if you want to. We hung out, we went to the bar. Actually, these guys both saw me about an hour before the old punch heard around the bar went down. It was a good time. We hung out, we played pool, drank a couple beers. Then the next day, I was hanging out more with Replacement. We went downtown, had a slice of pizza, went to go to the Pinball Hall of Fame, Pinball Museum. First off, it astonishes me. Let me tell you guys about pinball. It astonishes me how several years ago, before we had all this digital technology, before all the modern warfares and all this bullshit, they were able to make these incredibly complex games. Not always pinball games. Some of them are just little weird baseball games. They were able to make these incredibly complex games using nothing but fucking little buttons and springs, primitive technology that you would find in the ancient Mayans times. And they were able to make shit where balls are flying through the air, hockey pucks are sliding, real competitive bullshit where it's not like no computer generated bullshit in the middle, just all mechanical stuff. And it's really, really cool to see. I can't wait to go back. Also, the cheapest thing I've ever done that was so much fun. I spent about an hour in there playing games, and I spent exactly $7. At first, it was $6. Then I put one more in because one of the games ate my dollar. $7 for 1 hour of fun. That doesn't exist anywhere, except maybe the library. But you try to go bowling for an hour, that's going to be $28. Fuck no, you go to the bar for an hour. If you go to a nice cheap bar, that's already going to be, what, 3, 6, 9, damn, she fine. That's going to be fucking $22 easily. You go to the strip for an hour? Oh my God. You go to the strip for 1 minute, you're out $18. So I'm saying that was a great place to have fun. Got to spend a lot of fun times with this guy. I like hosting people from out of town. I like being the guy that shows them the cool things that I like about Vegas, the shit you don't always get to read about. And I really enjoy doing that, but not for too long. I'll tell you one thing that was kind of annoying. This guy Replacement was doing the IRL streams. He wanted to, it was it was PE all over again. Walking the mile, walk all the way up the street, walk all the way back the street, walk all the way this way, walk up that way, turn this way, walk. We're just walking left, right, up, down, 5 miles, 10 miles of just walking, feet tired, feet, all fucked up, climbing stairs, climbing downstairs, walking around. Not enjoying it. I did enjoy the time, though. Well worth it. Anyways, would you guys like a chance to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack if you live in America? If you live anywhere else, please don't even fucking bother trying to answer this question because, pissing me off. Last week, I had to send this shit to somebody in Canada because apparently they don't speak good enough English. They're over here speaking French Canadian, not understanding how to only Americans! That's it! No one else! Puerto Rico, not even you! I don't care what they said about the Super Bowl. You're not in this. Out. Get out. All Puerto Ricans in my chat. Out. Everyone else, out of here. All you have to do is answer a trivia question correctly. This is going to be a really easy one. Okay, I hope. All you have to do is name my favorite alcoholic drink and name the flavor. Now, if you don't know the flavor, you can just name the color. All you have to do is name my favorite alcoholic drink and name the flavor and or color that it comes in, and you will be the proud winner of a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. Hammy of Doom already got the winner, goddammit. Trainwreck second place. Tacos to Casual's about to get banned because he said purple White Claw. But I will tell you, I am a fan of the White Claw. Ripping through the no-stall game like a bear claw. Y'all keep talking, but I can't hear y'all. 211 beers here. Y'all queer Smirnoff. Y'all drink Smirnoff. Y'all remember that rap by yours truly? Does anybody remember that? Speaking of truly, oh, it's going down. Yeah, good time today. Hammy of Doom, you've won before. That's good for you, man. He pays attention. I like men in the chat. Clip that. I like the men in the chat who pay attention to what I'm saying. God damn it. Anyways, it's a good time. I did see a viral video today, and I wanted to run it by you guys. I'm not going to show it, but I saw it on Twitter, and it said, "This video has divided the internet." Now I'm going to explain to you guys what it was, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I thought it was weird. So picture this. It's a lady filming herself on a plane, filming the person behind her who is shoving her chair over and over again. Like shove, 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 shove. The reason he's shoving the chair is because she has leaned her chair all the way back, very much disrupting this guy because he's in a seat that cannot recline. So in a perfect world, she would recline, and then he'd be like, oh, this is annoying. I'll recline and get away from her because she's in my space. So he would recline, and then everyone would be reclined. But that's not how the airplane worked. So I'm not going to assume anything. A lot of people are assuming that maybe he said, "Ma'am, I have no room. I'm being crushed by your chair. Can you please move forward?" I don't know if that's what happened. I don't know. But I feel like it takes a special type of person to be pushing somebody annoyingly, pushing on him. You're pushing on him, pushing on him, pushing on him, pushing on him, pushing on him. That's annoying. That's weird. That's a weird, passive-aggressive, weird way to be annoying someone because you don't like what's happening. Also, on the part of the woman, why would you be filming it as if you're some type of weird, I'm going to show the manager I'm Karen in this weird, look at what's happening to me. Look at what's happening to me. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit? I think the way to do it would be to, like, complain, hit the button, have, like, a flight attendant come over and be like, "Hey, this guy's being a real piece of shit. Can you do something?" And then they would try to do something. And then he'd go, "Well, her chair's fucking leaning on mine." And then the flight attendant would go, "Yeah, but that's life. This is a plane. It's uncomfortable. Planes suck to be on. You just have to, sucks to suck, asshole. Sorry." I feel like that's how it would be. Now, that's from my perspective, because what I do, I look at the video and I sort of try to be each person, right? I put myself in each person's shoes. I go to the back person. I say, well, he's probably annoyed because he has no room. His legs are probably being crushed, and he has no room to move his hands because there's a chair, so he just has to sit right here like this. He probably doesn't like that. Then I think, oh, the woman's perspective. She got a chair that reclines. She wants to recline. Who gives a fuck about who's behind them? You got the reclining chair. They don't. Back of the fucking plane is where it sucks at. Rosa Parks taught us that. You don't want to be there. But you know what? That guy ended up there. That's where he's sitting. You just got to deal with it. Actually, you know what? Not the best comparison. You know, terrible. That was a terrible metaphor. Let's pretend that never happened. Because in that situation, you're not supposed to just deal with it. See, this is why I can't be freestyling metaphors. That's why I can't be doing it, goddammit. Get taken out of context. I already said earlier some shit that made me sound gay. Maybe I am. You know what? But I'll tell you what. The way this situation plays out is there's really no reason to be, like, awkwardly filming them. I mean, maybe you would. Maybe you should. I would, if you could stream it, wouldn't that be great? A Twitch stream IRL, asshole behind me throws tantrum. Boom. Filming it. But I read the comments. This is what the whole topic's about. I read the comments, and it baffles me that there's this many people who see the same video that I saw, and they are incredibly one-sided. There is no, like, some people have no ability to put themselves in another person's shoes. Not that you have to, right? It's America, it's a free country. But you read this shit, and it turns into like, oh, wow, this guy hates women. Look at him assaulting her. And you're like, that's what you got out of this? That's what you got? A man assaulting the woman? And then one of the other ones goes, man, typical entitled woman. All she cares about is her seat, not the people behind her. And it's like, Okay, kind of, but can we, is no one capable of seeing both sides? Is that my superpower? The ability to see how potentially both people could be in the wrong, or at least have a case? And then a lot of people are saying, look at him punching her. He wouldn't do that if that was a man. It's like, yeah, probably not. He'd probably be too scared. But then again, if it was a weak, frail, pussy-ass man, he probably would be. He'd be like, move your chair, move your chair, move your chair, move your chair, move your chair. I don't think this guy was... I think it's quite a stretch to say he was pushing this chair out of hatred for women. And if you read the comments, that was a common theme. This guy hates women so much that he slightly pushes their chair, just enough to kind of gently shake it. That's how much he hates women. Oh my God, if there was no rules, he would kill her. You can tell by the way he gently pushes the chair in attempts to annoy her. Ah, man. People are really good at exaggerating the fuck out of like a harmless act, right? So for the people that were saying, yeah, he's clearly assaulting her, I'd be like, bro, every time the plane hits turbulence, what? 200 people get assaulted? Oh, I shook a little bit. Assault! Assault! Assault also. If a slight jiggle of the chair is assault, then I'd wager that also the glare of a camera. As soon as the camera lens hits me, I feel assaulted. As soon as my image is copied, copyright infringement. You copied me, my real me, and you put it on a phone. Assault. A salt pack. A snail's worst enemy. I don't know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. It's big news, I guess. This tweet had like thousands and thousands of comments, and I'm reading through, and I see a couple that are like, I can see both sides, I can see both sides, but there were so many just completely one-sided, ridiculous people on there that it kind of makes me start to understand politics. There's not a lot of middle people anymore, right? If you lean one way, you want all children to die. If you lean the other way, you support slavery. It's like, what? What do you mean? Like where? What? There's no middle? That can't be somewhere in the middle right now? I have to it's either slavery or dead babies. Like, I can't be in the middle. Like, it really, the way that I was reading these comments really represented sort of my view of politics. And I'm super, uninformed. I've never voted in my life. And I've told you guys why. I don't want to be responsible. I'm not smart enough. Okay, last thing I want is to vote for somebody and have them fuck up. And then all my friends and family go, oh, this guy, he's the reason. I go, nope, nah, motherfucker, I don't know. I don't know who did it, who did what. I don't know whose brother is who's rich, who's poor. I'm not voting. So fucking put me out of it. Put me out of it, motherfucker. Shit. That's something interesting that I saw. Don't really know how to feel about it, to tell you the truth. But it definitely made me feel divided. Not from, like, the left or the right side of the people. Not, motherfucker, now I seem more political now. I don't know what left or right means. But I'm saying, some people think the woman's at fault. Some people think the man's at fault in that situation. And I feel like I'm separated because I'm right in the middle. And I think that's strange. I feel like there had to be a better way to solve that shit. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys about back in the day. No, I don't. You know what? We're going to skip to the news. Let's read a news article real quick. Homeless shelters to change policy on impairment. Now, back in the good old days, way back to last week, if you showed up to a homeless shelter, methed out of your mind and drunk or nodding out on heroin, they would say, get the fuck out of here. Now, I don't know. Let's read. Homeless shelters in Las Vegas will no longer be allowed to bar people from entering if they are under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The low barrier policy is part of a contract between Clark County and any shelter that receives funds from the county. One of the requirements of the low barrier policy is to remove breathalyzer testing before people enter the shelter. The idea is to get homeless people housing first, then deal with whatever issue they may have that is keeping them on the street, whether it's mental health or addiction to drugs or alcohol. So get them housing first. Don't worry about them getting into fights with other homeless people. Is that what we're talking about? The flip side of that coin is the security risk it poses when people are intoxicated. Okay, I should have read that before I weighed in. Quote, with this many guys in one place, somebody that is unable to control their actions would be more likely to get into a brawl with someone else, says Steve Schmidt, Chief Operating Officer for the charity. Eric Myers has worked in security for 40 years. He began his career in Washington, D.C. Who cares? Now he works at the security center inside Catholic Charities. Quote, upon entering the shelter, we have 500 men that come in daily, and we run security screening to ensure the safety of all that come into our confines. Before people can get access to a shelter bed, they must first walk through a metal detector and have an ID card swiped to check for any red flags or prior incidents of misbehavior within the shelter. We screen for any type of weapons or prohibited items. While the new policy prohibits turning people away for being under the influence of drugs or alcohol, exceptions can be made. If they are physically getting into altercations with other guests or becoming verbally or physically violent, we immediately contact our friends at Metro, and they are very responsive. Now, I feel like they're doing this for some sort of legal reason. There must be a reason. I know recently you're no longer able to refuse giving someone a job if they fail a marijuana test. I think that's a new thing here. I don't know if it's a Nevada thing or probably can't be a federal thing. I don't know if it's Nevada or Clark County or what. But in Las Vegas, that's become a rule. I wonder if that is somehow related to this, because I can't really see any other reason why they would allow you to come in if you're clearly tripping the fuck out on drugs. And maybe they can make that call at the door and they can just say, hey, you're talking to fucking ghosts and you have a knife. Get the fuck out of here, you idiot. I can understand if somebody stumbles in, oh, sorry, I'm drunk, They deserve to have a place to sleep. Okay, I think we can all agree on that. You come in drunk or buzzed and you're just tired and you're just looking for somewhere to sit down or a bed to sleep in or maybe somewhere that's not freezing cold, then yeah, those people certainly, in my opinion, should not be refused service. But also, as a Vegas local, a Vegas native, I can tell you that a lot of, how do I say this? A lot of talkative, drunk people who are homeless, if they're willing to talk to you, they're willing to fight you. If they get one little wire crossed in their head, they're going to fight somebody. I've seen a million bum fights on Fremont Street. Oftentimes it's bum on bum action, but a lot of the times it's bum on tourist action. The guy goes up and says, you got any change? And the guy goes, no, I don't. And then the guy goes, well, what the fuck then? What are you doing here? Well, you got a beer, don't you? You don't have change for me, but you can afford a beer. And then a fight happens. So it's one of those things where you really make the situation more volatile when you allow these people to come in drunk. So I think it's going to be hopefully a case-by-case basis kind of thing where they just kind of say, hey, you know what? You're tired, you're sleepy, come on in. But if somebody comes in with a full tall can, like, hey, fuck it, I'm trying to sleep, time to let me in. I'd be like, dude, get out. You're out of here. You're clearly not done partying. You're clearly not here to use the shelter for what it's made for. You know what I mean? The shelter's not made for you to come in and get fucked up and party. It's made for people who really need it. And if you're just getting shit-faced out there, you probably could have spent your time being a little bit more productive. Maybe. I mean, maybe not. I'm not in that position. Who am I to say? But I read this headline, which was Homeless Shelter to Change Policy on Impairment. I mean, there's a lot of things that you're not allowed to do drunk, right? If I show up to my job drunk, my 9 to 5, I would get fired. I don't have a 9 to 5, but if I ever did, I'd get fired. Then again, there used to be this one guy. I can't think of his name right now. I think it was Mike. It started with an M. Mike. What the fuck was this guy's name? Brian. I can't think of his fucking name. I can see his face right now, but he showed up drunk multiple times, and it always, it made me uneasy because part of our job was to drive a work van, which is kind of a hard. The work van we used to drive was a hard bitch to fucking handle. It's like driving a rodeo horse. No power steering. You're just out there just fucking wailing around, real top heavy, no windows. right? No windows in the back. So there's like a huge blind spot. And this guy shows up completely shit-faced. And some of our locations, you might have to drive 8-9 miles down the highway. And he came in drunk a couple times. And I was like, dude, just fucking sit here. If the phone calls, just say that you're busy until 8. Wait for the next shift, right? Come in here, do some work around the shop, clean up. But don't go try to jump on the road and repair no machines. First off, you're probably not going to be able to fix anything. All right, you're going to get into a machine with a bunch of wires and shit and try to figure out what's wrong if you can't even fucking see straight or walk straight. Also, if you smell like alcohol and you walk into somewhere to do a service on a machine, they're going to be fucking pissed. I don't know. By the way, my previous job, the job I'm talking about, is we would repair slot machines throughout the city. So we had maybe like 12, 13, 14 locations. If they called and said, hey, this machine's acting weird, we would drive to that machine, open it up, figure out what the problem is, hopefully fix it, close it up, do a little report, and then drive back. Although if you were working day shift, typically you would have to drive to like 7 or 8 places because a lot of little things happen, especially in the casino. It probably works okay. You know, on Fremont and the Strip, it probably works okay. But if you're in like a shitty ghetto liquor store, you get people just sticking fucking toothpicks in the fucking game. You get people sticking little pieces of metal, tin foil. They just try to fuck up the bill validator. Where a dollar bill should go in, they'll just fucking put random shit. There's a little space in between the screens sometimes, and they'll just drop like screws and dimes and pennies in there. Just people in the ghetto just do anything to break shit, I feel like. I don't know what it is about liquor store slot machines, but people would go out of their way to try and find little ways to fuck it up. Also, this was a great scam all the time. They would take a $5 bill, or no. They would take a $1 bill, and they would crumple the shit out of it and then rip it in little areas. If you rip it on the top, rip it on the side, just have a couple little rips in it and crumple the fuck out of it, and then get it a little bit like wet, and then you put it in the bill validator, and the bill validator, if you put in or at least old ones, if you put in a bill kind of sideways, it'll go in, and then the validator will go, I don't know what this is, and it'll spit it out. It'll spit it back out, and you grab it, maybe turn it upside down, try again. With these shitty, ripped, fucked up bills, you put it in, it'll go, it'll suck it in, and then when it tries to push it out, it'll get crumpled in the machine, and then you'll have a bill jam. So I would have bill jams every single day, just from these fucking bums. And what they would do is they would say they got a bill jam, then they would walk up to the counter, and they would say, hey, my $10 bill got stuck. And usually, if you were like new to the liquor store, or if you were new to whatever building that was, you'd say, oh, your $10 bill got stuck? Okay, here's a $10 bill. I'll call the place, try another machine. And they would take that $10 bill and walk out. I would then show up. I would say, okay, I fixed the game. Here's a fucked up $1 bill. Who do I give this to? And then the person behind the counter goes, well, a $1 bill? They told me it was a 10. And then I go, well, you just got fucking swindled, you idiot. Don't ever do that. Wait for me. Tell this fucker to wait. I don't care if he's got a bus to catch or not. You tell these fuckers to wait for me to show up, and I will give them whatever piece of trash they put in the game. I will open the game. I will open the validator. I will pull out whatever crumpled bullshit, fake, counterfeit, wet, spit dollar bill they got, and I will hand it right back to them and say, don't put this shit in my machine again. But these motherfuckers used to get got. And it was a sad day. I had people try and do that to me, too. They'd be like, hey, listen, my $5's in there. I'd be like, oh, your $5 bill. Okay, check it out. Boom. Or they'd say, the machine ate my $5, and I'd open it, and I'd be like, there's no money in here. There's no money in here at all. That can't happen. And they go, no, I put the $5 in. And I'd go, okay, well, let me see here. There's no way that the machine can stack the $5 without counting it. So did you put the $5 in and did you play the game? They go, no, I didn't play the game. And then I'd go, okay, well, let me check the computer. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, the last thing that was put in here was put in yesterday at 7 p.m. and it was a 20. So there's no fucking way you put a $5 in here. Get the fuck out of my fucking site. Yeah. You know what, man? You're allowed to be mean. That was the cool part of the job, is if you're fucking with somebody who's trying to hustle you, you're allowed to be a dick. You never be a dick to your actual customers, because your customers are like the owners of the liquor stores, the owners of the bars, and the employees of those places. You never can be a dick to them. But you get some fucking bum or some just street trash trying to hustle you, you can tell them, get the fuck out of my face, man. If I see you again, man, I'm gonna call Metro on your fucking ass. You come over here trying to scam us, we got cameras everywhere. You wanna go to jail or you wanna go home? And then I'd fucking smash them against the wall. I'd pull out my 2 9mm, Denzel style. I'd tap them together. I'm just kidding. You know what's actually crazy is on that job, none of us had guns, yet every single other slot route in this entire city has guns. I was at risk every day. I didn't know that. It was my first slot job. Everyone else got guns except us. Why is that? I'll tell you why, because all of our clients were shithole fucking bars and shit. Were they gonna rob me for what? The fucking $80 I got in my tool bag? Eat a dick. Story time. Wow, what were we even talking about? Oh, we were still talking about the homeless shelters, yeah, and my hate for slithering bad seeds out there. Next news story. A 16-year-old boy broke up a bullying incident. Days later, he was fatally shot by one of the boys involved. Moral of the story, don't get involved. All right? I know people always say that shit. Here's my thing. I always say on World Star, 2 people get in a fight, and there's always one guy like trying to get in the middle, like, whoa, chill out, y'all. Whenever I see 2 guys going at it, I take a few steps backwards, and I get comfortable. That's what I do. I get far enough away to where police don't think I'm there. I try to get far away, but I also want to have a good enough view. Man, one day me and Lily were downtown. We saw these 2 dudes going at it outside of a bar called Hennessy's. Yeah, believe it or not. 2 fat dudes going at it outside the bar. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh shit, these guys are fighting. So I took like maybe 5 steps back. I leaned up on this barrier, this Jersey barrier. I was like, man, check this shit out. Look at these motherfuckers, man. Who do you think's gonna win? I didn't get up in there. I didn't start to form the circle, right? You don't ever want to be part of that circle. And I certainly didn't run up like, whoa, both of y'all need to chill out, man. Chill out, shake his hand. You go to the corner. You go to the office, young man. You go to the office, young man. Right now. Bring back some Band-Aids. Bad little boys. Hell no. I gave it right the fuck away. Because last thing I want is for a cop to run up, think that I'm involved, and I get fucking hit with a stick or hit with some pepper spray. Hell no. I'm way over here in the distance. I'm just sitting back, hanging out. Crack me another beer. Loop, sip. Barb, sip. Just sitting back. I don't care about that shit. So anyways, if I had a kid, that would be my advice. Hey, you see 2 kids fighting? Don't get involved. Don't yell. Don't say, get his ass. Oh, damn. Don't get in there yelling a World Star. Just take a few steps back and watch from afar. Best advice I can give you. A 16-year-old boy was shot and killed days after he broke up a fight involving the shooting suspect. The teenager was shot in Arlington on Thursday. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. The school identified the victim as one of its students, Samuel Reynolds. Reynolds was shot at the apartment complex where he lived. Officers arrested a male juvenile suspect the same day, saying in a statement they would not release his name because of his age. So that means he's under 18. So a fucking kid killing another kid over nothing. Man, what is the world coming to? You guys know I'm a super pro-gun guy. So when I read shit like this, it's really a step in the wrong direction when shit like this happens. Quote, this senseless act of gun violence has no place in society and our hometown community. The police chief said, this was an emotionally tough case for responding officers, investigators, and medics. We will direct our attention to how a young teen suspect accessed a firearm used in the offense. Police said that Reynolds, a 10th grader, saw another student getting picked on and decided to intervene. Our victim had broken up a fight a few days prior with a smaller, what he described as a smaller boy that was kind of being picked on. And after he broke up the fight, he started having some trouble with the suspect. Now, I don't know the full story, but the suspect seems like a bad seed altogether. First, he's bullying somebody. Also, when the article says this one guy broke up the fight, I feel like he might have done it in a mean way. Typically, you don't go, hey, break it up, guys, and then one of the guys has beef with you. All right. It was probably one of those situations. I shouldn't say probably. It could have been one of those situations where our hero of the story walked up and said, "Hey, asshole, pick on somebody your own size, you fucking bitch. You won't say that shit to me. You're only fucking with him because he's little. Why don't you fuck with me, bitch?" And then it like the article says he just broke it up, but that could have been what happened. So he inherited the beef. One of the youths involved was the shooting suspect, who was captured on security cameras shooting Reynolds with a .40 caliber handgun. How'd he get the gun? ? That's something we want answers for, says the cops. We are sick and tired of children in our community coming into contact with firearms and possessing them and using them in these types of manners. So we don't know what happened. We're never going to know what happened. The guy got arrested. That's good. Terrible story. These are kids. These are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. Or wait, not even 18, 10th grade. So that's 16. 16-year-old kids shooting each other at school over some school shit. That is just all bad. Just all a negative story. Nothing you ever like to hear about. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm a gun guy. I hate to see stories like this. And I'm not going to twist this like I usually do into a pro-gun thing. I mean, maybe I will. That 16-year-old should have never had a gun. Him having a gun is illegal, yet he still found a way to get one. So we're at a crossroad here where we have a problem that is seemingly unsolvable. So I don't know. It's a very sad story. Hopefully those guys can get through it. Thoughts and prayers. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't know. It's a terrible story. And the kid that shot that kid, hope he goes to fucking prison for a long time. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about back in the day, how skate spots used to be. I feel like kids these days get real spoiled, and I hate to be that guy that goes, "Back in my day, we used to walk uphill to the skate spot 15 miles. And then when we came back, it was uphill, both ways uphill. And it used to snow in Las Vegas. Even though it was 98 degrees outside, it snowed. It snowed lava. And it burned. That's why I got this little skin dots on me from the lava hail. Man. No, but I did want to say, back in the day, dude, I used to have to take the bus to skate spots that I didn't know where they were because there was no, the internet wasn't super accessible. There wasn't Instagram where you could find a picture of a skate spot, then get your GPS map to take you there. Hell no. I used to have to buy a map off of the bus. The fucking cat bus, it used to be called. City Area Transit. We used to call it the cat bus. And you have to buy the map. And sometimes, dude, multiple times, or at least twice, an old person would buy one for me because I would have to walk into the bus. I only had enough for the bus pass. And I'd be like, "Can I borrow this map and then give it back after the bus ride?" And usually the bus driver's like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." So I grab the map. I'm looking at this map. It has all the bus routes and times. And I'm also looking like, okay, so we need to go to 18th and Stewart. There is no Stewart bus. There's an Eastern bus. There's a Decatur bus. We can take the bus to the mall. We can take the mall bus to the actual bus station downtown. And then we can skate 18 blocks to Stewart. Does that sound good? And then we would debate, me and my friends. No, I think this way would be faster because this bus comes at 3:16, and if it gets there at 4:11, then we will have saved 15 minutes. It used to take hours to get to a fucking skate spot to go skateboarding. And you would have to stop you would have to hydrate. You'd always have to water on you because you would die out there. And then you get to the skate spot after riding on the bus, which, by the way, the bus used to be really relaxing. If there's not a crackhead on it going nuts. Oh, there's a video of me called Ninja Oldies. I'm sitting on the bus, and there's this homeless guy, or maybe homeless. I don't know what he was. Just a crazy dude going, ah, 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 ah. So there's a video. We're just some fucked up kids. I went up to him, and I started going, ah. And we had this whole weird high-pitched conversation. Just making these noises. And the bus driver's like, "Shut the fuck up back there, or get the fuck off the bus." And I'm like, "Oh shit, we got in trouble. We got in trouble. Time to sit down. Time to sit down, guys. There was all kind of bullshit always happening on the bus. Also, the bus station, first time I ever heard of crack. Oh, yeah. Somebody went in the bathroom, said, hey, this guy with a needle fucking putting a needle in his arm in there. I was like, oh, shit, no way. They're like, yeah, it's probably crack. Like, okay, sick, it's probably crack. I don't know even today if you inject crack. I think you smoke crack, 'cause that's what I usually hear about. Some guy was shooting up something into his veins in the bathroom at the bus station. That's how it be sometimes, motherfucker. You know, you never know what somebody's going through. Anyways, yeah, we got in trouble. I need to find that clip somewhere. It might be on Ninja Oldies. I have to have it on one of my old hard drives. It's so good. But, anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, you'd get to the skate spot. It might not even be a good skate spot. It might be knobbed. It might be cracks. You might never make it. You might get to the neighborhood where it's supposed to be, and you don't know, like, what building it's behind. Also, I used to have to get home at a certain time. You know what I mean? Because I'm a kid. I was not allowed to just be out fucking all hours of the night. I had to be home at a certain time. So I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I got to get on the... Sometimes I would have to leave early. Like, I gotta get this bus. I got to get on this bus. I got to be home at fucking 8 or whatever. You know, you guys have fun. See you later. So that was the good old days. You guys are spoiled nowadays. Usually everyone has a friend that drives them everywhere. I never had that shit. Although I will admit I did get a car earlier than most of my friends. I think I was the second one of my skate friends to get a car. So that was nice. That alleviated the majority of the skating problems after that. But I kind of miss it. I kind of miss the randomness. The random fucking tweaked out crackheads. As a kid, I didn't realize that everyone that talks to me is for sure on meth. I didn't realize that. I just thought they were just really talkative, awkward people on the bus all the time. Nowadays, I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me. Hey, how's it going, man? Stop. Get it out. Get out of here. Beat it. Scram. Now I'm not open to that shit. Last topic of the day, though. I always complain. Every single Friday when a video comes out, I complain because I see these kids at the skate park every single day. They show up to the skate park every single day, and they sit there. They sit there, and they just look down, and they play with their phone, and that's what they fucking do. And I was in a situation on Wednesday when I filmed the video that came out today, the TJ trick, kickflip 50-50 in a bowl. I found myself in a position to where I had to wait for the sun to go down because the obstacle I was trying to skate had really bad lighting. There was a tree making a shadow that I had one big black dark spot onto the transition where I was trying to skate. So I said, fuck it. I'll just sit here and I'll wait for the sun to go down. And I was so miserable. I was so insanely miserable. I was sitting there doing nothing, writing angry tweets to myself. And it's crazy to me that kids can go to the skate park and they can enjoy that. They can enjoy, like, being there, like, oh, I'm here at the skate park, this mecca, this heaven built for skateboarding where I can learn any trick in the world. The world is my oyster, yet I prefer to sit down here and play on my phone. How the fuck is that fun to you? I was so miserable. I was sitting there just fucking typing all mad. Like, fuck, dude, I fucking hate the sun. Why the fuck is this tree in the way? Why the fuck is it not cloudy today? Oh, I hate this. God damn it. And then luckily, God heard me. Something heard me because then this kid came up. He's like, hey, you want to play skate? And I was like, thank God. Yes. Actually, he was like, hey, I see you're filming right now. So when you're done filming, I'm down to play a game of skate. And I was like, no, I'm not filming right now. I'm actually doing nothing. I'm actually sitting here rotting away. Just withering away in the weather, in the sun, just falling into misery. Please, yes, I'd love to play skate. Go out there, play a game of skate. It was awesome. I played a full game of skate, and then I said, you know what? Sun's not down yet. Let's play another game. Played another game. Boom. As soon as that game was done, sun was down. Set up my camera. Kickflip 50-50, motherfucker. What? 209, motherfucker. Stockton. I got on there, did it. I was happy. That video came out today. And it just made me realize that I'm just a different breed. I cannot sit at the skate park and do nothing. It's oh my God, it fucking pisses me off. The thought that that's what's out there. Right? You guys understand what I'm saying? Do I just sound like a crazy person? The thought that there's people out there where that's their goal? Skate park time to sit. Oh, he liked my photo. Nah. 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 Oh, someone else liked it. Oh, hashtag. TikTok time. The thought that can happen just drives me fucking insane. Skate park, man. Skate park. Not everybody has a skate park. You're at the skate park. You're there. You have a skateboard. Not everyone has a skateboard. You have something. Bicycle. Whatever you got. Scooter. Rollerblades. Unicycle. Whatever that shit Gabe Cruz rises with the two little feet wheel things. I don't know what you got, but you got something to do. Trick to learn. Oh my God. Drives me nuts. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's podcast. I thought we would have a quick podcast today, but we did not. Anyways, if you tuned in late today, don't worry. A rerun of this podcast comes out on Sunday on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube. Extra big shout out to Hammy of Doom, the winner of the free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. No one else does a giveaway every single podcast and gives away Ninja Lifestyle stickers except for me, motherfucker. So tell a friend about the podcast. It's the only way we can grow, right? I said some funny stuff today. I might have fucked up and said some weird shit today. Doesn't matter. You guys were entertained, and that's the goal. It's Valentine's Day today. If you're watching this at a later time, hope you had a good Valentine's Day. If you're watching this as I'm filming it live right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, then I hope you have a good Valentine's Day today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Let's shout out everyone who's still stuck around in the chat. Give me a hell yeah. We got C. Myers. We got Hammy of Doom. We got Gucci Bot, 902 Rider, Walter the Conqueror, Ahoy, Ty Tam, Lost Rhino, Zach, B-Town Dollar, Ring-a-ting-a-bing, bing, bing, ding, bung boy, 902 Rider, Tacos, the Casual, and Trainwreck. Significantly more people stuck around for the end of the podcast. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. Be safe out there, people. Tell your friends that you like them. Give somebody a high five, and make sure you go up to somebody who you don't know and do this. All right. Kuno Matata, bitches. Let's play that motherfucking intro, outro, motherfucker. What?